We are still in this together.
At KUAM, we're working harder than ever to bring you the very latest in coronavirus news.
Our jobs as first informers seriously.
Asking the questions you want the answers to.
So thank you, Guam, for continuing to trust us to keep you informed.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson and the Adahi Tano Program. Cars Plus, home of Guam's first and only lifetime limited powertrain warranty. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurants, always open, always local, and serving up favorites for over 40 years.
Ahead on primetime, the tropical storm watch has been canceled, the latest with the weather. Plus, after a brief stint at the government isolation facility, Congressman Cenicola is hospitalized for viral pneumonia. And a total of 4 officers with the Guam Police Department test positive for COVID-19.
Hafre and good evening, everyone. The worst has passed, according to National Weather Service meteorologist Landon Aidlet. Tropical depression Atsani has quickly moved through Guam and is now heading west-northwest away from the Marianas. As of 5 p.m., the tropical storm watch has been canceled. Tropical storm conditions, including damaging winds of 39 miles per hour or more, are no longer expected. Maximum sustained winds remain at 35 miles an hour. A small craft advisory does remain in effect until 6 p.m. Saturday. The Office of Guam Homeland Security and Civil Defense advises the community to practice extreme caution while driving in rainy conditions. The next NWS advisory will be issued at 8 p.m. As of Thursday evening, the results from the Joint Information Center show 83 have COVID positives out of the 721 samples tested at various labs. Of the new cases, 2 were identified in quarantine. Currently, there are 1,835 active cases and over 2,600 recoveries. Since March, there have been 4,549 COVID infections and 78 COVID-related deaths. As for hospitalizations, as of this morning, there were 83 COVID patients seeking care at GMH. 12 are receiving ICU level of care with 5 on a ventilator and 10 COVID patients at the CIF in Barragata Heights. And as hospitalizations continue to rise, NAVFAC Marianas announced the early completion of a vital project to accommodate COVID patients at GMH. The work was done 10 days ahead of schedule by contractor Hensel Phelps in conjunction with the local and federal governments. The project provides more patient isolation rooms and assures a cleaner and safer working environment. Several rooms were converted to care for acute infectious COVID-19 patients. The work also included the installation of air conditioning and ventilation equipment, refrigeration to achieve 7 negative pressure capable rooms, and the construction of electrical distribution to supply 43 dedicated circuits for medical equipment in 21 rooms. Speaking of the Guam Memorial Hospital, it's received its fair share of criticism, but during difficult times like this, some positive feedback can go a very long way. Such is the case with some messages left behind by departing colleagues who shared the trenches with the frontliners at GMH. Peter Santos has more.
Since the onset of the pandemic, the staff at the Guam Memorial Hospital have been worked to the point of exhaustion. Day in and day out, they navigate the uncharted waters of patient care amidst a global pandemic. Despite the lack of resources, they stretch themselves thin to ensure that they provide the best care possible. With the staff at GMH overwhelmed more than ever, nurses were flown in to gear up and help GMH fight the battle of a lifetime. As several of the nurses from the earlier batches bid their farewells, they made sure to express just how they felt in heartwarming social media posts, with one nurse saying, "Let me start off with these nurses, pharmacists, doctors, and RTs at the Guam Memorial Hospital. They are the kindest, most compassionate, caring, intelligent medical professionals I have ever worked with." A similar post by another nurse said, "Working here reminded me of why I became a nurse, and I am truly privileged to have the opportunity to provide care to the people of Guam and the surrounding Micronesian islands." On the link this morning, hospital administrator Lillian Posadas fought back tears as she reacted to the heartwarming comments from the departing nurses.
Despite the criticism and the judgments, our staff continue to fight this battle, and I'm sorry, but I'm breaking down because, just to hear those very encouraging and inspiring feedback just validates that, we're here to fight and take care of you when you come in. Yes, we're limited with beds, and yes, we're limited with resources, but, we do. We give our best. We give our heart. And it's just such a, I'm sorry, my heart is all wound up in my eyes because, it's for the staff who really work hard here and risk their lives. And it's, we're doing it for the people of Guam, not for anything else, but for the people of Guam. And so, it was really just really great to receive that message and that feedback that, what we're doing all along is the right thing and the best thing, given our limitations.
Posada says the only way to beat this is together.
For those who continue to criticize, join us in this fight. The more we fight together, the stronger we are, and the more successful we can be in beating this COVID pandemic.
To see the full comments in this emotional interview, visit our Facebook and Instagram pages at KUAM News. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Peter Santos.
Congressman Michael Cenicola has been admitted to the Guam Memorial Hospital just hours after being housed at the government of Guam's isolation facility on Thursday. The congressman spoke from his bed at GMH and talked to the Link team this morning following allegations by the governor's chief policy advisor that protocol appeared to have been bypassed when he was allowed admission into the government isolation facility. Sabrina Salas Matanani reports.
It started on Facebook.
So as an abundance of caution, they're suggesting that I continue to be monitored and I isolate at this time.
And led to FaceTime with KUAM on the Link.
I wasn't even at the baby for 4 hours when doctors admitted me into GMH.
Congressman Michael Cenicola says he volunteered to be isolated at the government isolation facility on Thursday after his doctor diagnosed him with viral pneumonia. Although the congressman tested negative for COVID, his doctor diagnosed him as a clinical COVID-19 patient.
I'm very clearly unwell. They're trying to figure out the COVID diagnosis situation. But, my doctor, Dr. Nguyen, who's Lou's COVID chief, was the one who told me I needed to be in isolation and monitored. And the only place where you get isolation and monitoring that doesn't take up a bed in the hospital was the isolation facility. And so I made the choice to try and be in the isolation facility so I'm not inundating this hospital.
But governor's chief policy advisor, Carlo Branch, says it appears that protocols may have been violated to allow Cenicola into the government ISOFAC. Branch says the congressman called his sister-in-law, who was a nurse assigned to the government facility. She endorsed his admission without proper procedures being followed or documents from his doctor being submitted.
Even in the case where a physician might believe you to be a clinical positive, that is not the sole discretion of the physician, whomever that might be. That is a public health determination because that is a public health facility. And so that determination should have been made by those in the public health regime so that A, the sanctity of the isolation unit could have been protected. And so that B, Congressman Cenicola does not place himself in any undue harm. And so that C, his sister-in-law would not have been subject to questions later about the legitimacy of her action.
Congressman Cenicola admits he did call his sister-in-law, but all protocols were followed. He was transported to the facility by the Guam National Guard, and when he arrived to the ISOFAC, he filled out all the necessary paperwork.
And so what? Because there's an election, I can't listen to my doctor, I can't call for help, I can't be seen by medical professionals? Is it wrong now that I'm in GMH? Can Carlo Branch call in and say it's wrong that I'm in GMH? Because I didn't get here under the proper protocol? What's wrong with these people? Can somebody on Guam answer what's wrong with these people?
I don't think that this is anything different or political. And with all due respect to my friend Congressman Cenicola, I hope he gets better, but this has nothing to do with politics.
Yeah.
The only reason we're even aware of the situation was because he decided to put it on Facebook.
The congressman, meanwhile, is not only sick at GMH, clinically diagnosed as a COVID-19 patient, but sick of the politics.
So, I don't understand when's enough with these people. When's enough with these people?
Adelup this afternoon told KUAM that the congressman's doctor may have ordered him to isolate, but not specifically to check in at the GovGuam isolation facility. KUAM reached out to that physician, Dr. Hoa Wen, who responded that it does not matter where the congressman isolates because it is his decision and choice as to where he feels safe. Dr. Hoa adds the politics needs to be set aside. 4 Guam Police Department officers and 1 arrestee have tested positive for COVID-19. According to a JIC release, 2 officers are from the Southern Precinct Command and 2 are assigned to the specialized unit. As a precautionary measure, the Southern Precinct is on revised operations for the next 12 to 18 hours to allow for decontamination. Phone calls are being forwarded to the GPD Tactical Communications section, and police assure there will be no disruption of service. Additionally, officers involved in the investigation of the COVID-19 infected arrestee are in home isolation. All GPD personnel identified as close contacts to the confirmed COVID cases remain in quarantine pending test results. More than half of the resident population at the Department of Youth Affairs have tested positive for the coronavirus, and an officer who previously tested negative has now tested positive. Tyler Matanani reports.
It's clear the Department of Youth Affairs is dealing with an outbreak of COVID, but Deputy Director Crisinda Ugin maintains everything is under control.
At this point in time, I think everything is manageable.
According to the Joint Information Center, 2 additional DYA residents have tested positive for COVID. To date, out of the 17 residents there, more than half, or a total of 10, have now been infected with the virus and are in a designated isolation unit.
Especially with now 1 isolation unit that are housing the COVID positive juveniles, it's much easier in a sense to monitor them versus a variety of units being utilized for quarantine and isolation. So that really, I won't say that it's helping, but it's making it more manageable now that we have majority of the juveniles in the isolation unit.
Aside from the residents, a total of 5 officers have tested positive.
We have confirmed, however, that 1 officer who was in home isolation has now been admitted to the Guam Memorial Hospital for additional care. So really our thoughts and prayers are with him and their family at this time, and we're really hoping for a speedy recovery.
Ugin adds, however, that DYA was notified just today that another officer has begun exhibiting symptoms and will be tested. To help DYA, nurses have been dispatched.
We have received nursing support from both Public Health and the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center. Nurses via phone contact and physical visits. So they are currently monitoring our juvenile clients at this time. Residents are still being closely monitored, and we are keeping in touch also with the officers and their families who are currently in home isolation, as well as the government isolation facility.
Despite the outbreak, at this point, Ugin says everything is manageable.
We did from the very beginning, our focus was to keep it out, but I think we knew that it was not a matter of if, but when. We did our best. We implemented all precautionary measures, hand washing, sinks outside prior to entry, temperature checks. So I think we did our due diligence in terms of trying to keep it out. Unfortunately, with such challenges managing COVID in general, I can see how we've gotten to this point, but we are pulling all our resources. Our officers are doing their part. We are doing our part and getting the resources in and really reaching out to everybody who can provide assistance.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.
Guam will be getting a shipment next week of the antibody treatment Regeneron. It's the same antibody used to treat President Trump and helped him recover from his COVID-19 infection. Physicians Advisory Group member Dr. Michael says they were advised by CDC Representative Dr. Thane Hancock, but it's not clear about the quantity, who it will be available to, and how much it'll cost.
Give it to people early in the disease course, within 72 hours of symptom onset. It looks like it can help prevent hospitalization. It's like getting, a blood transfusion, except it's a monoclonal antibody. So I'm sure there's going to be, a good number of people that might have, a little bit of trepidation with something like that, since it's a little bit more invasive than just oral medication.
Says he's read that Regeneron averages about $1,000 per treatment. He's hopeful it will be covered under private health insurance. The public will have 2 chances to weigh in on Public Health's proposed rules and regulations for enforcing social distancing directives. The draft rules and regs allow for fines to be levied against violators. For individuals, they range from $100 for the first offense, $250 for the second, and up to $1,000 for the third. Businesses can be fined $1,000 for the first offense, $2,500 for the second, and up to $10,000 for the third. Public Health is also authorized to call on the police to assist with enforcement. The first public hearing is scheduled for Saturday, October 31st from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. via Zoom conference call. The second will be on Wednesday, November 4th from 2 to 4. Each hearing will be limited to the first 100 participants. Check the Public Health website for more details. The community COVID-19 testing schedule for Saturday at the Astumbo Gym in Dedido has been postponed due to the expected stormy weather. Public Health says the testing and outreach event will be rescheduled for another date. Those who pre-registered for tomorrow's event will be notified directly, and the spots will be reserved for the next event. We'll be back with more news right after this.
While we've all been through a lot over the years,
typhoons, earthquakes, and now COVID-19,
we've been able to get through these together.
For more than 80 years, Calvo's Insurance has been protecting your homes, your businesses,
and the health of your family.
We are here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
There are better days ahead. Tomorrow's a new day filled with hope and choices.
The possibilities of what we can achieve together are limitless.
Let's continue to work together to ensure a brighter tomorrow for all of us.
Hafaday, I'm Amanda Shelton. It's been an honor to serve as your senator these last 2 years, and I've acted each day to represent you and your families. I'm driven by my deep respect for you, the hardworking people of Guam, and that's why I continue to fight to build a better future for our island. And there's still so much to do. That's why I'm humbly asking for one of your votes this election. Please vote Amanda Shelton, number 6 Democrat. Thank you.
I am the future.
We are the future.
The future leaders.
Businesswomen.
Please keep us in mind
when you vote. Don't choose more of the same.
John Ananich is unique and new.
Focus on the mission of making our island safer
and securing our
future.
I am the future.
Vote for John Ananich.
For Senator!
Visit us at johnananich.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
I'm John Ananich, and I approve this message.
Let your voice be heard, Guam. Your vote is your voice. The Guam Association of Realtors Political Action Committee is a bipartisan group actively supporting candidates who will pass laws that protect the real estate industry and the community as a whole. Visit their website at guamrealtors.com/vote to learn more about the key issues they are advancing and the candidates they are supporting to protect and promote home ownership and property rights on Guam.
I was superintendent of education for many years, and he was president of the University of Guam for a decade.
Together, we worked hard to extend opportunities from the youngest of our children to senior researchers at the University of Guam.
We understood that public service and the economy begins with education and returns to it time and time again.
But we're also partners in life, bringing together 8 children of diverse backgrounds, 14 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild.
I was born in Iloilo in the Philippines, and he was born in Tamuning, bringing together another combination of experiences which enrich our lives and our island home.
When we say, Si Jules Maasi,
and Maraming Salamat po,
it is because we have been saying it all of our lives, not just during a campaign. I'm Robert Underwood, and I approve this message.
KUAM News, winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.
Welcome back. Superior Court Judge Maria Senzon dismisses the murder charge with a special allegation attached without prejudice from Anthony Gregory Mendiola's case. Mendiola was arrested in June for the fatal shooting of Joey Zamora at Mendiola's Agana Heights residence. The government filed the dismissal motion after evidence determined Mendiola acted in self-defense and was protected under Guam's Castle Doctrine law. The court previously dismissed the charge after hearing oral arguments, but reserved on the question of dismissal with or without prejudice. According to the order documents, the court finds the defense did not meet its burden, stating during the hearing of the motion, defendant, quote, did not proffer any testimony to support its request for immunity. Dismissal without prejudice means the charges can still be brought up again at the prosecutor's discretion. In district court, defense and prosecuting attorneys with continued ongoing jury trials appeared for a status hearing before Chief Judge Frances Cenicola. She advised that the court remains in court condition of Readiness 1, which tracks GovGuam's pandemic condition of Readiness 1, that the governor extended for another 30 days. The court also presented the results of polls sent to jurors who expressed huge discomfort about returning to the courtroom to sit for trials. Some of the proceedings that have been continued include drug defendant Mark Mayo, whose trial was set to begin back in August. Mayo's attorney John Montanoña told the court his client is pushing to go to trial as soon as possible. The court has set new placeholder trial dates for December. And today marked the last day of in-office voting at the Guam Election Commission's office in Hagåtña. GEC Executive Director Maria Pangilinan says they saw a surge of people today, and on Saturday, weather permitting, we'll head out to the field.
Tomorrow, what we do is go service the homebound voters.
Right.
That's our plan tomorrow, and to finalize the voter registry, which is an indoor activity. The servicing homebound voters, we worry about. We're keeping close tabs on the weather forecast.
Pangilinan says this includes servicing patients at GMH and individuals at the government quarantine and isolation facilities. The general election, of course, is scheduled for next Tuesday, with polls opening at 7 a.m. The first checks are out from the Ajuda y Mangafa Help for Families program. It provides $500 payments for dependents over the age of 16, such as students and disabled individuals who did not receive economic impact payments under the Federal CARES Act. The Department of Revenue and Taxation says 305 payments totaling $172,500 were processed. Applications are still being accepted until November 12th, and payments will continue to be processed through March of next year. For more information or to file an application, check the DRT website or contact the program by email at mangafa@revtax.guam.gov. And a quick update on tax refunds. DRT and the Department of Administration will be mailing out 1,014 tax refund checks this week, totaling a little over $2.6 million. These include refunds that were garnished to repay GovGuam debts. They are for error-free returns filed on or before April 30th of this year. The time-honored tradition of paying our respects to the dearly departed on All Souls Day, like everything else, will be different this year. Directors of the Catholic and private cemeteries on island remind the community cemeteries will be closed from October 31st to November 2nd. In lieu of masses traditionally celebrated on site on All Souls Day, Archbishop Michael Burns will hold Mass at the Hagåtña Cathedral at noon. During the Mass, special prayer intentions and individual crosses will be dedicated to those who have lost their lives due to COVID. The faithful will be able to light candles at the foot of the altar, as well as place a photo in remembrance of their loved ones inside the cathedral. The Mass will be live streamed on the cathedral's Facebook page and on its website at hagåtñacathedral.org. Still more news ahead. Please stay with us.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
I know that declaring war on corruption is an invitation for hurtful attacks and half-truths against me and my service to the people. But I also know the people of Guam are stronger and smarter than these dishonest players whose misdeeds and acts of corruption have cost us millions in political payoffs this year alone. If we allow corruption to continue, we all lose. Let's put an end to corruption. Vote Joanne Brown for Senator. My name is Joanne Brown and I approve this message. Paid for by the committee to elect Joanne M. Brown for Senator.
Hafide Guam, this is Telo Tairigui. Fighting for you has been my honor, regardless of the politics and the challenges we faced. I've worked hard every day to improve GMH facilities, fund security cameras for public safety, support road repairs, and call out legislation and decisions that break the people's trust in government. The fight for these priorities isn't over. It's just begun. I'm Telo Tairigui. I approve this message and humbly ask for your vote. Situs Masing, maraming salamat po. Thank you, Guam.
Get going with GTA Prepaid Unlimited. It's easy to load. Simply press *488#, send, select 2 on your screen, and then load. And with fast LTE data, you're able to quickly connect and share to your digital world. Plus, with reliable service, you're able to connect with loved ones whenever, wherever. GTA, we start with you.
Hafide, I'm Tony Atta. I'm running to be your senator in the 36th Guam legislature. Together, we will build a Guam with a more resilient and diverse economy. Together, we will make our neighborhoods safer for our families. Together, we will streamline government spending by passing a realistic, responsible budget. I'm Tony Atta, and I humbly ask for your vote. I'm number 7 on the Republican side of the ballot, and together, we will. I'm Tony Atta, and I approve this message.
I was superintendent of education for many years, and he was president of the University of Guam for a decade.
Together, we worked hard to extend opportunities from the youngest of our children to senior researchers at the University of Guam.
We understood that public service and the economy begins with education and returns to it time and time again.
But we're also partners in life, bringing together 8 children of diverse backgrounds, 14 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild.
I was born in Iloilo in the Philippines, and he was born in Tamuning, bringing together another combination of experiences which enrich our lives and our island home.
When we say Sijulis Maasi
and Maraming Salamat po,
it is because we have been saying it all of our lives, not just during a campaign. I'm Robert Underwood, and I approve this message.
In national news, President Trump and Joe Biden kept their eyes on the prize in Florida, leading rallies just hours apart in Tampa. At stake are Florida's 29 electoral votes out of 270 needed to win the White House. CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry has more from the White House.
Both presidential candidates held dueling rallies in the Sunshine State.
You hold the key. If Florida goes blue, it's over. It's over.
5 days from now, we are going to win Florida. We are going to win 4 more years in the White House.
Campaigning Thursday on Florida's east and west coasts, Democratic nominee Joe Biden kept pressing his message, criticizing President Trump's coronavirus response.
President Trump's super spreader events, and he's spreading more virus around the country. And here in Florida today, he's spreading division in addition.
The president regularly says the nation is rounding the curve on COVID-19, despite new flare-ups around the U.S.
We're never going to lock down again. We locked down, we understood the disease, and now we're open for business.
The candidates also clashed over the economy, which President Trump has touted as one of his strengths.
When Barack and I left office, we left Donald Trump a strong economy, stronger than the one he handled. And just like everything else he inherited, he blew it.
You will have a crippling depression, the likes of which you've never seen, if Sleepy Joe becomes your president.
Nationwide, President Trump and Joe Biden are fighting for the dwindling number of voters who haven't yet cast ballots. So far, more than 80 million Americans have already voted early across the country. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Let your voice be heard, Guam. Your vote is your voice. The Guam Association of Realtors Political Action Committee is a bipartisan group actively supporting candidates who will pass laws that protect the real estate industry and the community as a whole. Visit their website at guamrealtors.com/vote to learn more about the key issues they are advancing and the candidates they are supporting to protect and promote home ownership and property rights on Guam.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
100% truck, 100% Jeep brand. The all-new Jeep Gladiator is the most capable off-road mid-size pickup truck crafted for adventure. Equipped with best-in-class towing capacity, legendary Jeep brand 4x4 capability, and backed by Guam's only lifetime powertrain warranty. Drive home in a brand new Jeep Gladiator today, starting as low as $283 per paycheck during Jeep Adventure Days. Call us at 477-7807 or visit our website at carsplusguam.com to get pre-approved today.
It's been very hard, especially the very few months. It was very uncertain. Now that we had the opportunity to do something to bring some norm to our life, why not do it? I just encourage everybody out there who has the right to vote, please go ahead and do it because it counts. My name is Francesca Peña and I'm the face behind a Kitty Candle. I'm out here today at Skinner Plaza like every Thursday to encourage you to get out there and vote. It counts.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
All right, my friends, my family, my people, here we go. Happy birthday all together on this October 30th to Shanisha Santos. Very special blessing birthday to you as you just turned 6. Much love and support from the family. You deserve the best blessings and the best present. Oh, that's a great shout-out. Darnielle Colleen, happy birthday to our one and only Biha. We love you the mostest, and I approve this message. Paid for by the Cascao Committee. Gotta love that election twist. Heather Perez, happy birthday, Molly Heather, aka Heya. Wishing you a wonderful day and many more years ahead. Enjoy and love Haley, Perez Brothers, and the Tatao. Robert Eugene Philip Simeon, aka Bob, happy birthday number 20, the big 2-0. God has blessed you with another year, and we pray that He will bless you with many more to come. God bless and stay safe. Love always, your family, who says they miss you and love you so much. Also, Sienna Mari, happy birthday to you from all of your friends and family, which of course includes us here at KUAM. Have a great day. And happy belated birthday wishes going out to Gian Santos, who was born on October the 29th. Happy birthday, Gian. May all your wishes come true today, on your birthday, and always. May God bless you and guide you as well from all of your family and friends who are thinking of you today and always.
And it's that time of the week where we announce the winner of a delicious Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake.
This week's Birthday Club winner is Nichelle Rose Salas Rabon, who was born on October 24th. Nichelle, we will be in touch with you and your family to let you know how you can redeem your Cold Stone Creamery ice cream cake. We hope you all enjoy it. We hope you're all being safe. Stay healthy, stay smart, and have an excellent extended birthday.
And that's our report for tonight. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great weekend and be safe out there.
All right, guys, hop it in. Welcome to another episode of the One Micronesia podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, this episode is, it's going to be a very special one because for me, it takes me back in time to 4 years ago. And then also getting to catch up with them. I think pretty much what's the question on everybody's mind is what happened to kids from Chuk? What are they doing now? How is life with Kids from Chook. So ladies and gentlemen, on the podcast here, I have TJ, I have Tak, I have Hanson, and unfortunately Chris couldn't be with us today, but Kids from Chook in the house, in the podcast room. Thank you guys so much for joining me, man.
Of course. Shout out today to everyone. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Vic, for having us, bro. It's a pleasure always.
Hey, anytime. And like I said, it's been a long time coming. It's something that I've always wanted to do when I first started the podcast, to get you guys on. Unfortunately, when I started the podcast, the groups kind of spread out. We'll talk about that in a little bit and find out how you guys have been doing, what happened after graduation. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But it was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to get you guys on and just talk life, man, and talk music. And I know we caught up a couple of times before you guys kind of split up. I know you guys came on the show. We did an interview before a big event. I forgot what event it was, but I know that was the last time I caught up with you guys. And then after that, it was just like, I was just lost. And I'm just, kind of from time to time, I've always thought about, what's Kid from Chook doing? I hope they're okay. When's the next song going to come out? So this is the podcast, so we kind of get down to business and just talk all of that. So before we start talking about what's happening now and what happened after graduation, for the people who don't know who KFC is, let's go back in time. How did it all start?
How we started? Wow. Wait, first, go ahead, Hanson. You could go ahead and share that.
That's it. It all really started back in high school, in our choir class, in our honor choir class, La Voce, from Simon Sanchez High School. With our high school teacher was our choir teacher was Miss Yuki Shin.
Shout outs to Miss Yuki and La Voce.
Yeah.
What up, Yuki? Honor choir, Simon Sanchez. Shout outs to the Sharks.
Yep. It all really started off with actually with TJ and Tak. Miss Yuki actually told them they just they had like missing another voice or another performance. Like they just needed more.
We just needed another harmony, honestly.
Another harmony.
We were like, 2-part harmony is fun, but what about 3?
How about 4?
Yeah. And then Chris walked in like right after we called Hanson in. We're like, hey, let's try out with a 3rd harmony. Chris walks in immediately right after. And then we're like, you know what? Let's try with a 4th harmony. Why not? Right. Chris comes on in, and it's crazy too because it just so happened that we were the only 4 Chukis students in that class. And so like it's the type of class that you got to audition for. You have to pretty much really practice to be a part of. So once we started our group there, our teacher just really motivated us to just continue to do our music. Our school was behind us. It really started with our school community, and that's when we were confident enough to at least release it and let it out, really what we had.
That's amazing. And was I'm Gone the song that you guys sang in that choir? How did that come to be?
That was actually the Christmas event coming up, and Tak and I and Chris and Mo, we decided to sing a gospel song because it was a Christmas event going on. So yeah, that was like the first song that we ever jammed together. It always started off with that gospel music, and I guess that was just like our bread and butter throughout our whole, our foundation of our music. So
and since we jammed that, like once we started jamming after that Christmas performance, it was immediately after, or not too long after, it was our sister's wedding, where we all were like, she asked us to perform for her wedding, and then we're like, all right, not a problem. So we performed, and then throughout that time is when we just started jamming out, like, just like usual jam sessions in the island, where you just hang out, where with the barbecue or anything, everybody's just hanging out, jamming the ukulele, live music, and then that's when everyone started coming out with verses. Mo came out with the chorus, and then we're just like, all right, let's feed off of this.
Yep. And we went to work.
Yeah, pretty much since then it just sparked and went on from there.
I am the future.
We are the future.
The future leaders.
Businesswomen.
Please keep us in mind
when you vote.
Don't choose more of the same.
John Ananich is unique and new. Focus on the mission of making our island safer
and securing our
future.
I am the future.
Vote for John Ananich.
For Senator!
Visit us at johnananich.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
I'm John Annan, and I approve this message.
MTO Maintenance will now completely sanitize your home, office, or business with state-of-the-art commercial sprayers. For over 30 years, MTO Maintenance has been committed to the health and safety of our customers. And now, more than ever, a clean home, office, carpets, and furniture is a necessity to our island. Give us a call today. Stay healthy and stay safe, Guam.
Call 647-6861 for an appointment.
Get going with GTA Prepaid Unlimited. It's easy to load. Simply press star 488#, send, select 2 on your screen, and then load. And with fast LTE data, you're able to quickly connect and share to your digital world. Plus, with reliable service, you're able to connect with loved ones whenever, wherever. GTA, we start with you.
So this was before 2016, because if everybody would know, or everybody knows KFC and really know KFC, was from 2016 when everything sort of went viral. So you guys are saying this happened a year before, 2 years
Yeah,
before?
no, that was actually
Prior
around
to
the
2016.
same year.
Wow. So that's crazy, bros. 2016 happened, and 2016 honestly was a crazy year. A lot of things went down in 2016, and then you guys, or one of the big things that happened in 2016, of course, before we at KUAM got you guys on for Live Local Fridays, there was a lot happening, especially for our community, our FSM community here on Guam. And we saw so much happen in 2016 that I think nobody's ever experienced over any year. We saw a lot of criticism. That was the year when everything was just on a downhill.
Yeah.
So
That's
it
true.
was those issues and everything that was getting on the news, FSM being on the front lines, and all the criticism. You guys happened in 2016 was, and I know you guys know this, and I know a lot of people in every interview you guys have gone to told you this, it was the spark of something new, a spark of a new beginning and a way forward for everybody, all our FAA citizens here on Guam. So you guys started it, and I think the cool thing about 2016 was nobody thought it was going to be a group of 4 kids from Chuk. Everybody was looking to our government. Everybody was looking to our leaders in Pohnpei to help us. Nobody knew.
You're making me teary-eyed, Vic.
No.
I gotta do that to us.
I'm being for real. Nobody knew that just 4 kids from Simon Sanchez who had harmony would come out and start something beautiful. And you guys did it. So the reason why I wanted to hold off on this podcast, because I wanted to see what happened. And we're going to get to the stuff that went down throughout the years, and we're going to get to what you guys think is the difference between now and back in 2016. But I just want to tell you guys that what you guys started in 2016, man, thank you guys. Because if you guys didn't start, none of this would have happened. We have right now there's a lot of things that are happening on Guam. I got a shout out to the brothers and sisters at Manielu and Micronesia Resource Center for continuing the job.
Yes.
Lots of things. I mean, this podcast was a seed that was born from Micronesian Resource Center, from the late, the awesome, the great Eddie Wengo.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Pui.
I know. So a lot of good things are happening. And like I said, when you guys started, you sparked something that was beautiful, that it doesn't have to take our leaders to start things. It takes us, the people, especially the youth here on Guam and elsewhere, So that
you needed your voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hey, I mean, I was there, but you guys, like I said, man, I told Eddie this a long time ago. Like, bro, like if it wasn't from kids from Chuk, man, I'd just be a voice on the radio, but a voice for who? I was just somebody who's making something, but I just didn't know what I was gonna make for. But then now with this podcast, with you guys sparking that fire in the beginning, I think the journey ahead is gonna be good, and it's looking good so far.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vic. You know, God has been so good, like lately, even throughout everything that's been going on. You know, we're very fortunate still to be here, you know, alive and breathing.
Just another day.
Yes.
Another day. I like
We're
that.
taking it one day, you know, day by day, but the message still stays the same. The mission is the same. Goal has never changed, you know.
And we don't plan on stopping anytime soon, bro.
Just spreading the love, man. One song at a time.
Amazing, and I love it. So let's catch up. So I'm gonna start with TJ since he's on the top right corner here. TJ's like, wait, why me, bro? So TJ, so for everybody who's wondering, man, after graduation, what have you been up to, bro?
Man, I mean, right after high school, you know, grad was always, you know, that barrier that I wanted to get across, and then after that, college also was always the thought, you know. But you know, due to unfortunate circumstances, you know, my family wasn't, you know, in their right places. I just felt like I had to get to work and make some financial income in order to, you know, support, you know, because living on small island, coming from the beautiful islands of Chuuk, you know, it's very hard. So making some kind of money out here was my go-to. But you know, at the end of the day, it's as long as I'm good, steady, happy, satisfied is you know, pretty much like my post grad experience as of right now, and I think I'm doing pretty good. It's going pretty good.
Amazing. Hey, awesome. Hey, family's first, man. We gotta take care of family. I mean, they took care of us. You know, it's our job at one point to take care of them. So, you know, big ups to you, man, for doing that.
Absolutely.
Let's move to TAC. TAC, let's talk about after high school, because you pretty much made a big move, bro. And I know, you know, the sis is doing such a great job. I'm so proud of her and what she's doing out there in DC. So you pretty much jumped from the 671 to I don't know what the code is in DC.
202. Yes, that is true, man.
You know,
went from 671 to 202, just like that.
So how's that been?
A 24-hour flight.
So
yeah, I would say post grad, I would say I'm not too different from the route that brother TJ took. You know, it was around, like, we had about the same. I straight after grad, I decided to get into some work too. I was fortunate enough to be working as a pizza chef for a bit, and then of course when my sister said, "Hey, I'm gonna go to DC. Would you like to follow me?" And I was like, you know, okay, let's do it. You know, it was very spontaneous, and you know, just like a lot of things that have happened in our lives and just everything that's going on, it was definitely a spontaneous experience, but it was one that I was willing to experience. So I came out, and then I've also been fortunate enough to do some, you know, music with the congressman as well. So like we've been trying to really keep in touch with at least the people of Guam in some way, somehow, because, you know, I'm kid from Chuuk from Guam out here in DC now. So right now, you know, we've been still trying to stay in contact with the brothers, still like make some music off of like our laptops, send audio wave files every now and then when we can. It's a lot harder, but we're hanging in there. You know, God has been good. God is still good all the time. All the time, God is good. So there's no complaining on my end. There's no complaining. We're still alive and breathing. So
100% truck, 100% Jeep brand. The all-new Jeep Gladiator is the most capable off-road mid-size pickup truck crafted for adventure. Equipped with best-in-class towing capacity, legendary Jeep brand 4x4 capability, and backed by Guam's only lifetime powertrain warranty. Drive home in a brand new Jeep Gladiator today, starting as low as $283 per paycheck during Jeep Adventure Days. Call us at 477-7807 or visit our website at carsplusguam.com to get pre-approved today.
Let your voice be heard, Guam. Your vote is your voice. The Guam Association of Realtors Political Action Committee is a bipartisan group actively supporting candidates who will pass laws that protect the real estate industry and the community as a whole. Visit their website at guamrealtors.com/vote to learn more about the key issues they are advancing and the candidates they are supporting to protect and promote home ownership and property rights on Guam.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, salute the man, Hanson. Bro, tell us what you've been up to after graduation.
Well, actually, right after high school, after graduation, I went straight to basic training for the Army National Guard. Went to Fort Benning. I did my 14, 16 weeks out there. Came back, and I was officially considered, a soldier for the beautiful island of Guam. Representing the island of Trip as well, since I'm the only Chickies guy in my company, in my platoon.
Wow.
So like it's a big really overwhelming feeling knowing that I'm like I stick out, but I stick out for a reason, like especially the whole thing, the pandemic going on this island. I wake up, go to work, same as everyone else, but I get to wear the uniform and have the Guam seal patch on my left shoulder, the American flag on my right. Being proud of where I'm from, of who I am, of being able to know that whoever's coming back home, whoever's visiting here, they're safe. We care for them out while they're being quarantined in any of the facilities. We try to suit their needs and everything. They try to accommodate everything that they ask for. And I've been trying to focus on also getting our music pushed out too. All four of us been working so hard, trying to work with each other's schedules, trying to balance everything out, trying to communicate. And yeah, it's challenging, but we have those days where we don't want to do the things we need to do, but once we do it, it gets us to our goal, and it's a really great feeling. But yeah,
That's amazing. And props to you guys, man. After graduation is the hardest time in life, because one thing, people expect you to move on and go to college, this and that. But what you guys have been doing is amazing. And like I said, I was not different from you guys. When I got out of high school, I was lost, bro. Like I didn't know what to do. Like college, was like, I'm not ready for college. Getting out of Xavier High School, that was college for me. So I was like, so I started radio.
Xavier High, shout outs.
Yeah.
Xavier, shout outs.
So, I asked my director, I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm lost. And it's like, take it one step at a time. The first thing that comes to you, take it. The first thing was radio, and I started radio. I've been doing radio since. So what you guys have been doing, bro, it's not bad. It's not, it's life, and it's taking its course, and you guys are just in it for the ride. And trust me, bro, you guys are still young. You guys still got a whole lot in front of you. And one of those things that are in front of you that's still amazing is your music, and I love that you guys continue to do so, especially with this new release that's out. When it's been 2016, it's been so long since we've heard from you guys. The Instagram was kind of at a pause. People kept checking the Instagram here and there, but it was the same picture that's been posted.
Right.
It's been so long.
Absolutely, man.
So the people are like, whoa, what happened? Did they just grow up and they just forgot about the music?
No longer kids from church.
Right? A lot of people would say like, hey, what happened? Are they like, we know they're men now, but like, are they gonna make another name like Men from Chuk? Like, what's gonna happen? But you guys saw how crazy the people was for the music when you guys put out the promo. I saw it. I was like, yo, this is huge. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. So the single, because you guys are working on a single, or are you guys working on an album? What's the plan?
Yes, so a single at the moment, because
at the moment
we were planning on releasing an album, and then like going back to post-grad, fortunately when I came out here, I also got into sales management. So like one of our goals too, as like pretty much as a band, was also to really just learn all the nicks and knacks in terms of all the logistics and everything, just so that we can start just managing everything on our own, maybe become like an independent group. So fortunately, we also started our own label name. So once we got all of that, everything set up, and you know, we had to learn everything from the producing. We were fortunate enough to even find engineers who helped us master our track.
Mix and master.
Yep, mix and master. But since then, like, we've just really been working on that single because our time was so limited for us to record. When I went to visit not too long ago, and I had to quarantine, so the quarantine kind of cut our time together just for recording. So we had to do most of our things just through the laptop. But yeah, it's definitely a single that we hope everyone is enjoying. It is out on all stores, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify.
So the single's called
YouTube.
The single's called "I'm Leaving," right? Or is it "I'm Leaving Now"?
Leaving today.
Leaving today.
Yes.
So is it something that saying something that's the last one, or is that something that is going to be one of many to come?
Not at all. I mean, I'm gone was gone already. And then this one's just like leaving today. I guess it was just in the mood.
Okay. Well, because the people looking at it, like, I think the people are asking, like, wait, what's wrong? Like, first, like, I'm gone, and then now they're leaving. Like, are they gonna stay? Is stay gonna come through, or what?
So I guess how we could put it is that I'm gone meant like we're gonna be gone for a while, and then leaving today means we're just leaving. You know, we're leaving today for a little bit, but we'll be back. We'll be back.
All right, amazing.
We'll be back with some more. That's for sure. It's gonna be a lot sooner than it has been. You know, we're sorry that it took a while. We're gone for a while, but we're back. We're working on some more music for y'all. We're gonna get it out.
Yeah, we're like the Olympics every 4 years.
Or the micro games,
right?
Or Fast Pack.
Wow.
Best pack.
Dude, that's crazy. I mean, the people are. I mean, right now that you guys have this one out, I think you guys kind of fed a little, something to the fans, because the fans.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to do.
I know.
Because the fans were waiting. They're like a 4-year hiatus. Like, whoa! Like, I don't even think Ed Sheeran went that far. So thank you guys.
And it's crazy, man. And we truly appreciate like our loyal fans, because through the 4 years that we've gone, nothing, man. Like, we never even like posted like on any of our social medias, but yet they're still there waiting. And we just truly appreciate that. Shout out to all of them.
Hey, and I gotta say, bro, the fans your fans are the 4 stars, bro. And when you talk about a fan base that's so loyal, it's the FSM. It's your fans.
They are.
Our family.
They're loyal from day one, and they'll be loyal till the end.
Hey, Micronesia, shout outs.
Yep, Micronesia
podcast for a reason.
Amen. So
it makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years, with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Gila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
Let's talk about the future. Right now, you have the track that's running. I'm Leaving Now. Let's talk about, is there more coming, and when can people expect it?
So for what we can say for now is the next song that we'll push out in the future will be She's Just a Killer, which is one that's when we would perform that live at our old live performances, that was a really popular song from our original. So that's the next song that we plan on pushing out to the fans and everyone else.
Amazing. And so there you go, kids from Chuk. They're here, and continue to follow them. We're on their social media. Continue to follow them on their
Yep, love
individual
you
social
guys.
media for more. Guys, before I close out, and I think this should be a good time to. What we're experiencing right now is really hitting hard here on the island of Guam. We're seeing the deaths, the cases go up. We're seeing the infection cases go up as well. And amongst those cases are the people from the FAS, and we've seen a lot of those numbers grow. And I've gotten people on here, and I've always wanted them to kind of talk to our people and remind them of all these COVID restrictions and what to do and what not to do. And I'd like you guys to jump on here as well for a closing message to address our people.
All right, TJ, did you want to go first?
Yeah. Honestly, bro, just follow the guidelines. I mean, some people say like wearing the mask could be like difficult to breathe for some, but at the end of the day, like I use my mask, every single day for work. Follow all the protocols that the governor says like we should do, the social distancing. Just pretty much, I feel like in this time, through the whole COVID stuff going on, I guess it's probably like the best time to really focus on like what you've been losing out on. People who's been working, like just take some time and like appreciate like what you actually got, because in the next, who knows when it's gonna be you, or just appreciate your time here, and how you can avoid like some another tragedy in your life would be if you just follow like whatever everybody else is following, and you should be good. Yeah, sanitize.
And with that being said, I wanted to like also mention like one of a quote that really hit home for me from one of our brothers that also passed away, R.I.P. to Eribo. But he reminded us that we're all on borrowed time.
Right.
And, even here during this COVID-19 times are hard. There are way more restrictions, but I hope that our fans, everyone just understands that these restrictions are for our safety. And like, just like us, things have been tough for us. We weren't able to just record as easy and as fast as we used to. Like we would used to just like, hey, let's go all squat up at TJ's place, or like at my place, this place. But with this, video chatting is hard, but it's definitely better than nothing. I'll tell you that. So let's all hang in there. You're not alone. We're all together. We're all in this together. We got this Guam. We got this Micronesia. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Spread the love, let's spread the love, but not germs.
All right, Hanson.
Just gonna like, it's just like, honestly, like just gonna flat out say it's like common sense. Like you don't wanna risk anybody's life. You don't wanna risk your own. You don't wanna risk anybody in your household, your mom, your dad, your grandma, nobody. So like it's really obvious to say that please wear your mask.
Now.
Go to places,
like
go to places that you need to go to. Don't be like gallivanting, especially because like it's Halloween. Halloween's this weekend. Be safe wherever you're going. Don't try to like call out a fiesta or anything. Like just have fun. Be safe wherever you're going. Please follow the guidelines. Don't do anything that you'll regret or get sick or anything. And that's all for me. That's all for me.
All right, guys. Hanson, Tak, TJ, man, it's been an awesome talk, and I wish if Zoom could let me go, we could have talked for another hour, but
I know, man, that's true.
I love this talk that we have. Hopefully, next down the line, we'll sit down again. We'll do another one. We'll bring CJ on. Congratulations! I know you guys have big news. You guys have time. You can go ahead and I know Tak, you got some big news you wanted to share to us about with Chris.
With Chris? Oh yeah. So a little update on our brother Chris. So he's unfortunate. It was unfortunate he couldn't make it, but he's also starting a family. He just started his family this year. So we're wishing him congratulations. There is now a baby kid from Chuk. That's kind of redundant, but yeah. There's a kid
it's
from
the new
Chuk.
generation. It's the new generation.
That is true.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. Now, in this podcast, towards the end, since I wanted a performance, but things didn't pan out well. And I talked to Hanson. So at the end here, we're gonna go ahead and drop your new one that's out now, and tell people where they can find it.
Appreciate it, man.
It's out now on SoundCloud,
Tell 'em.
iTunes, Spotify. You could also Shazam it. It's also on our YouTube account. Go ahead and follow us on all our social medias. Kids from Trip on Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube account as well.
All right. Thank you guys.
Then of course you could call up Vic.
Hey, yeah, for sure, bro. Let me know. So thank you guys again so much. You guys continue to have a great one. Please be safe. Hanson and TJ, hope to see you guys around. Social distance style.
6 feet. 6 feet. Distance style. 6 feet. 6 feet.
And then Tack, stay safe out there, my brother. Say hi to the family for me out there. You guys stay safe as well.
You too, brother. Thank you.
You too,
right.
Brother Vic. Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate you for having us again, man. It's been a pleasure.
Always.
Always.
Kids from Trip,
It's a top
ladies
word.
and gentlemen. And that's been another episode of the One Micronesia podcast. And we'll see you guys at the next one.